Hey everybody, welcome back to This Day in History. Um, it's my birthday. I turned 49 today on this April 26th, 2024. Um, it's been a blessed day. I'm having a blessed day. It's overcast, it's cloudy, but it's good because the pollens are still down and I'm not suffering. I did, however, get some uh, nasal decongestant last night, so now it's not going to really affect me much anymore. I had to wait till payday, which was today. So let's get right into it. Let's get into the birthday, shall we? Some good, some bad. It is what it is. So on this day in 1785, John James Audubon is born in what is present day Haiti. You might recognize the name. He was known for drawings and paintings of wildlife, specifically birds and such. I suspect that the Audubon Society is his namesake. So, yeah, John James Audubon was born on this day. In 1889, Hitler crony Rudolf Hess would be born. In 1933, one of my favorite comedians ever, Carol Burnett. She was born on this day in 1933. And in a moment, there's going to be a tie-in to Carol. But I'll get to that after I'm done here. In 1963, Jet Li, the famous Chinese martial arts actor, Jet Li, was born on this day in 1963. And for all you wrestling fans out there, I didn't know this until I found this out today, that WWE superstar Kane, also known as Glenn Jacobs, his birthday is today. He turned 57. So he was born in 1967 on this day. And of course, on this day in 1975, yours truly made his mark on the world. I'm going to go most recent to not recent. So, just kind of how I started it. So on this day in 2018, Bill Cosby, famous comedian Bill Cosby, someone I grew up with, love the guy. I grew up watching the Fat Albert Show, which was, a cartoon for us kids back in the day. It was actually based on him and his friends in New York, where he was growing up. He also did the Cosby Show. At any rate, it would be on this day in 2018 that he would be found guilty of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. Very sad. For one of my revered icons, but he was convicted. He was given a 3 to 10 year sentence. However, that conviction was overturned in 2021. Not really sure of the circumstances. I don't know. I had always suspected that he was kind of railroaded on that one. I mean, what he did was wrong, sure. But I think the reason why it was overturned was because there was a settlement. Like, this woman got paid. He paid her a settlement for the wrongdoing. And I kind of feel like it's a little bit of double jeopardy, because by taking that money, in my opinion, she basically exonerated him of any wrongdoing. And that's going to be an unpopular comment, and I'm going to catch hate for it. It is what it is. I think that you either go after someone criminally, or you are given financial reparations, but you can't do both. That's my personal opinion. And I suspect that's probably why the conviction was overturned. Possibly. I don't know. But I mean, that was 3 years later. He was in prison the whole time. So, side note, I guess he told a joke to the wrong person when he was in prison, and he got the snot knocked out of him because of it. I'm not laughing at that. It's tragic. But on this day in 2007, Jack Valenti will die at the age of 85, and why he is known is because he actually was the creator of the film rating system. That's the rated R, the rated PG, the PG-13, the G, all that. He created that rating system. So here I'm going back to Carol Burnett. It is on this day in 1989. I remember this well. It was my 14th birthday. Lucille Ball of I Love Lucy fame would pass away at the age of 77. Now, where the connection with Carol Burnett is, they were like best friends. Lucille would always send a bouquet of flowers to Carol for her birthday. And I remember when news broke, it was, in the morning news cycle, when news broke that Lucille had passed away. Again, it was my 14th birthday. She had made arrangements to have flowers sent to Carol Burnett. And so Carol gets the news, devastated, distraught, that her best friend has passed away. And then she gets these flowers later that afternoon. She thought, well, maybe there has been a mistake or whatever. And then what it was, that Lucille had just made those arrangements before. And if I recall correctly, she had actually made arrangements for Carol to get flowers for a couple years after that too. So that I'm not sure about, but yeah, that was a sad day for comedy, because she was a heck of a gal. I never got to meet her. I would love to have met her. I think she would have been great. But moving right along, in 1964, Tanganyika and Zanzibar formed the Republic of Tanzania. 1937, during the Spanish Civil War, the German Air Force, Condor Legion, they assisted the nationalists in that Civil War, and so they bombed Basque City. I hope I pronounced that right. Basque, Basque. They bombed that city on behalf of the nationalists. In 1933, Hermann Goering would form the Gestapo. And if you know anything about Nazi history, the Gestapo was the Nazi secret police. They were the ones that rounded up the Jews. They were the ones that, basically went after any kind of dissenters or dissidents or what have you. Nasty stuff. Funny thing, not so funny, is that he was actually replaced by Himmler. Himmler took over, and then Goering eventually would be in charge of the Luftwaffe, which was the German Air Force, because he himself was a German pilot in World War I. I find it interesting that he was the founder of the secret police, yet while he touted the Nazi line and he did as his Führer told him, he wasn't a big fan of exterminating Jews. He actually had I think he had a Jewish Prussian grandfather, if I remember right. And he had good relations with that grandfather. And so he personally didn't have any axe to grind against the Jews, but because his Führer did, he did. I mean, it's kind of dumb, really, but yeah. I skipped. I knew I skipped. Okay, going back, 1986. I remember this well. This was my 11th birthday, and the Chernobyl nuclear accident happened. Had a complete meltdown, and if Chernobyl is a nuclear wasteland now. Still, it was pretty bad. The power plant had a catastrophic event, huge nuclear fallout. I've seen pictures of Chernobyl, and it's like I said, it's a wasteland. It's dead. I mean, nothing living can even exist there. They moved everybody out. A lot of people died of cancer and such because of it. Yeah, I forgot to interject that back in there after Lucille Ball there. But I remember that incident well. I remember we were outside and it rained, and I remember my mom's boyfriend at the time said, "Well, we don't know how, if that chemical stuff is in the rain or not, but go take a shower." And so I remember having been outside in the rain, and then I had to go take a shower to make sure that, you know, washed all that stuff off if there was anything there. I don't think it could have got to us that fast, but yeah. And the last thing on the list is on this day in 1865, 12 days after he assassinates um, President Lincoln, John Wilkes Booth would be cornered in a Virginia barn. And, historic, because there's a conspiracy theory out there that says that he actually got away, and his associate, they misidentified the associate as him, but we're just going to go by what history says for now. Either he took his own life, or an American, or, a Union soldier managed to get a lucky shot off, and he was killed. That person was killed. Now they have the ability to exhume that guy's body, and they could take definitive DNA to confirm if that's John Wilkes Booth, but they never will, because if for some strange reason that wasn't John Wilkes Booth, no one is prepared for the historical fallout from that, and that's why they won't do it. So that has been this day in history for April 26th. Thank you for joining me. I'm having a great birthday. I'm going to eat my lunch, and I'm going to go to work. So we'll do this again tomorrow for April 27th. And yeah, have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.